On episode 40 of Bethesda Unpatched, we are diving deep into the new DLC and update for Starfield, Terran Armada, and Free Lanes.
Fanatical has a new Bethesda bundle. Another Doom game joins GOG. And you can now play Skyrim as an MMO RPG.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Bethesda Unpatched. This is episode 40. I am Joe the Wigit. A little sick this week, a lot sick. I had to take today off of work. But we're going to power through this. And I got a lot of time in Starfield. That's going to be our big topic tonight. And I am joined by the space trucker, the broken space trucker extreme extraordinaire, Kilo.
Yes, my heart and my soul are broken this week.
Yeah.
Over Starfield, we'll get into it. I had some technical difficulties, if you will.
To say the least. I'm sure glad I didn't. I feel really bad for him, though. He messaged me, was it Tuesday night, saying, I can't get in. But we'll get into that later. But anyway, It was a mess. My heart was broken for him as I was playing Starfield.
It's okay.
So as you guys know, Terran Armada and Free Lanes all dropped at the same time on Tuesday. It's been a big deal for a very good reason, as well as the PS5 release for Starfield. We also have some housekeeping to get into really quick.
We do.
Housekeeping.
Yes, this week I had our first real-world listener interaction. In the real world.
Hey.
IRL.
RL. Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. It was actually the brother of a friend of mine. And it turns out his name is Adam. I've actually known him for a while, but I had no idea he listened to the show.
What's up, Adam?
What's up, man? Awesome, dude. It was a lot of fun. It felt really good. He's like, yeah, you guys are really, your stuff, and you're on the Bethesda, all the Bethesda coverage, and I love it. I listened to it. I'm like, sweet. That is awesome. That was very exciting for me. So
it's funny. We're like
cool.
we're the anti-media right now because it's cool to be a Bethesda hater at the moment.
It is.
And we're Bethesda fans. For those of you that are true Bethesda fans who don't buy into all the BS hate going around, that's literally mostly 99% BS.
It really is. Every company has their problems, and of course you're going to have issues as the company grows. I read an article today talking about how the original Bethesda developers back in the 90s were not only developing the game, but they were on the loading dock, folding boxes and putting in inserts and learning how to use a hot glue gun. Literally, from concept to packaging, they did it all. And look at them now. It's going to happen. But you know what? I think after this week, I think Bethesda has a very bright future ahead of them.
I've always thought that, especially since Skyrim. I think most people think the same way. My personal opinion, I think Bethesda is the best RPG company out there. I know people will fight me over that, saying it's Square Enix, but no, it's all the way for me. It's Bethesda. Obviously.
No, I feel like that's apples and oranges, though.
True.
We're talking about two different kinds of games. And I love Square Enix, too. I'm a huge fan of the Final Fantasy series, but there's something different about Bethesda title.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. My favorite game ever made is Chrono Trigger.
See?
And then followed by all the Bethesda
you know what I'm
titles.
talking
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have a little bit more housekeeping. Next week, HB Walsh is going to be back on the show. Very excited to have her back to talk about the Fallout TV show. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Sam Conde. I got it that time. And Corey Haynes, because this Saturday at the Texas Theater in Dallas, they are dating their Fallout fan film, Kill 'Em Kindly. And I cannot wait to see this movie.
Break a leg, guys.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's it. That's all of our housekeeping. How about
We're gonna dive into the news. We got a bit to go through, and then start straight on to Starfield.
Extra, read all about it in the news this week.
Hey, we have a date. First news article for the Xbox Games Showcase 2026, which is going to be followed by
for this thing.
Gears of War. Yeah. But the Xbox Showcase is on June 7th. It's the 25th anniversary of the Xbox Showcase. It's on a Sunday. It starts at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. if you're in the UK.
Their quarter-tennial.
and-
I have no idea what 25th
Yeah, if you
anniversary
don't-
is supposed to be.
Hopefully it's something big and impressive. Of course, Xbox owns Bethesda, but that does not mean that we're going to see anything.
No.
If you want to watch it, you can watch it on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And of course, if you don't know what the game showcase is, it offers first gameplay looks, news on upcoming titles, not only from first-party studios like Bethesda, but as well as third-party partners from around the globe. June 7th, mark your calendars.
Back in the day, there used to be this convention called E3, the Entertainment
Oh.
Expo. And it was the prime event in gaming for the year. That's where every major company had all their press releases, just kind of outline the year and all their big announcements that are coming up. So when E3 basically went under after COVID, it's one of the worst things that happened during COVID, other than being locked in a house. The major companies decided to keep doing what they were doing for E3, and that was their showcases, where they spend 30 minutes to an hour just highlighting everything that they're doing and it's upcoming. But since it's no time constraint, they all have their own time frame that they do it now.
And of course, Xbox and Bethesda both have multiple events throughout the year. With Terran Armada just dropping, no information on Elder Scrolls 6. Obviously, Fallout 5, they're still on the whiteboard with.
Well, now that Starfield...
I wouldn't expect anything big.
Now that Starfield has had its announcement and released all within a freaking 2-week time, I seriously think that the next big event and announcement is going to be talking about Elder Scrolls 6. That's next on the docket.
Well, the buzz that I'm hearing is that people think that Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be the next big title.
That's BS.
They do think, I'm just saying, listen, they're saying that we're more likely to see a remaster of Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas.
Well, no. That's not a big
Elder
title.
Scrolls 6.
That's not a big release. I'm sorry, but...
That's what some people are saying. I'm not saying.
That's not a big release.
That's what I've heard.
That's a remaster. That's piddly. A major release is a first-party title, a new game coming out. And right now, the only two new ones that we know of regarding that are Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5. And we know Fallout 5 is many years away, and Elder Scrolls 6 is a lot closer.
Yeah, that's true. We also have that unknown project at ZeniMax as well. The multiplayer one they've been whispering about lately.
They have a lot of
But how about
unknowns.
tabletop?
Yeah, let's get into tabletop. Fallout
How about some
Factions.
tabletop? Fallout Factions, yes. So the original, when Fallout Factions was released, what you actually got was the starter rules. It was a starter set, the battle for Nuka World. This is the Fallout Factions rule book, and it is the core rule book for Fallout Factions by Modephius. And this is it's a battle game, like a tactics game. It's not necessarily a role-playing game, but it's like, BattleTech, or that's the only
Modephius is a
combat
really, really
tabletop
good
game I know about.
tabletop company, and I'm really glad they got the license to do Bethesda games.
Yes, I can speak from experience with the Fallout 2D20 system that it is. They know their stuff. This book is going to offer expanded rules, a campaign system, and advice on playing different factions, and so much more. If you're into that, check it out.
One of these
I don't
days,
know, maybe
we
it's a
should
little bit
do-
like Warhammer. I don't know nothing about Warhammer.
Yeah, I don't either. But a little bit off the cuff. One of these days, maybe down the road, when you and I actually have more time, and we're doing this Weird Chaos professionally full time, we should do a Fallout tabletop with some listeners.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to do that. I definitely know that we gotta include DM Wolf, friend of the show. He was on an earlier episode.
Yeah.
Definitely got because we did say that we were going to hook up with him and try to do a collaboration. So if
We'll
that day comes,
roll him in as the DM.
Oh, that would actually be fun as a patron bonus of some kind. That could be super interesting. We do have a Patreon. There's nothing on it.
Yeah. We're still working on the tiers and things like that.
We're still working on it. Yeah. Moving on. Widget. This one's for you. And I feel like you're going to either do a face palm or say, well, duh. And what is according to Dennis Mejelones, former senior artist at Bethesda, Bethesda is aware of 95% of player-reported bugs at launch.
Oh, this is a huge duh moment. I'll get into that in a second. Huge
Okay.
duh.
Well, he goes on and says that Todd Howard prioritizes features over polishing. Per Todd, we can do anything, but we can't do everything. They favor content over stability because of things like time pressure, complexity, and the ability to rescue through future support, which we did see with Fallout 76. We're seeing this week with Starfield. Widget, your thoughts, please.
There's how it works in the game industry. They log every single dang bug from S-Class, which is not one you hear about too often because that's mostly legal. But let's get into the core is A, B, and C. Some companies use D-Class, which is like really, really minor audio or visual glitches. But C-Class is your basic, that rock is clipping through a wall type of thing. B-Class is non-game breaking. It's more of a serious issue, like this weapon doesn't work. It doesn't. His gun doesn't shoot when you pull the trigger. But this enemy is way too tough and is slaughtering everybody in one hit. Your A-Class is game breaking, so the kind of bugs that crash your game completely and inhibit you from going any further in the game. Most companies, well, back in the day before updates, live updates, a game was not allowed to have any known A-Class bugs on release. They had to be wiped out. Yeah. Now, they can get away with it because they can patch it the very next day if they have to. And now, their internal support, their internal testing team is logging every single bug they come across, even the minor, little tiny glitches they find. They have to recreate it at least a minimum of 3 times exactly the same way, and they have to pinpoint step by step how that bug was created in order for it to be logged. And they do this, and they can click on a menu and it will show them like, I want all A-Class, B-Class bugs for this area. They're more aware of it of like 100%. And by player, it's their testing team, the QA team's awareness of it. Now, after launch, they're keeping a very close eye. The community team is watching everything. They have all the bugs and the tickets that get sent in to them, and they log every single one of those into their bug database. If it can be repeated.
Interesting. That kind of makes sense.
So, yeah, when they get a ticket with a bug, they have their QA team test it. If they can repeat it, it becomes an official log in the bug system.
Interesting. I wonder what my ticket looks like right now.
Yeah. Probably similar to a few people from what I've read.
Yeah, I've seen similar issues with other people.
I'm not a big fan of Todd prioritizing content over polish because that is hurting them right now.
I think the idea is to put the systems that they want in the game out there. And
make them work and then fix it, which I get. I totally get that.
Come to expect it with the Bethesda game. So
sadly,
it is what it is. But that doesn't mean it needs to ruin your experience.
Right.
Widget, what are you missing from your Bethesda collection?
A lot.
I'm sure you do. So here, I'm sure you do, sure. Fanatical has a build your own Bethesda bundle 26 days from now. That's the end of it from the day of recording. And you can get 2 games for $7 or 5+ games for $3 each.
Okay.
Which is a pretty good deal if you consider some of the titles, man. It includes 4 different Quake titles, 1, 2, 3 in Arena. It includes Prey, 3 of the Wolfenstein games, all 3 of the Dishonored games, both Evil Within games. It's 2 2 Fallout games. One of them's Fallout 3. I know that for sure. I was trying to shorten the list, and I forgot. And this also includes Oblivion and Morrowind.
I have all the Elder Scrolls games, obviously, but
Yeah, so $3 a piece. If you buy at least 5 through Fanatical, you're going to go to fanatical.com and look for the Bethesda bundle to see the full list. When I went on to check the list out earlier, it was about halfway down the page.
nice.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I never even heard of Fanatical.
Especially like Evil Within is such like old school survival horror vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like back from the late 90s, Resident Evil. The Dishonored games are great. Wolfenstein is, of course, a classic. But what if you want to play Doom? Well, if you want to play Doom, you like these segues, man? I'm on fire today.
You're knocking it out, man.
You can go over to GOG if you want to get Doom. Actually, there's a few Dooms, but Doom Eternal just joined the GOG catalog. But that includes, the library includes Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 2016, Doom 64. Oh, there's a callback, Nintendo 64, and Doom Eternal.
Yeah, we talked about GOG before on the show. They're one of my favorite gaming platforms because they do all the old stuff.
Yeah, and not very expensive. You can fill out your Bethesda library and get a couple new Doom games and still be under $50. It's a deal. Absolutely. Now, here's one. Look, I looked at this article twice, Widget. I want you to know. I looked at it twice.
Okay, I believe you. I trust you.
And I am inclined to believe it because of who this guy is. So here's the article from Arena to Skyrim. Elden Ring streamer beats Bethesda's entire RPG series. First try, 0 damage.
That is extremely hard to believe, especially with 1 and 2.
It is, except that Gino Machino is a content creator and streamer best known for Dark Souls and Elden Ring challenge runs. That is some serious gaming difficulty right there.
I don't know. I'd have a hard time believing it if he wasn't live streaming it with a camera showing his controls.
I mean, entirely possible. It is on his, I believe on his YouTube, you can see the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he's speed running. That makes a difference because he's not going through every boss, every quest, everything like that. He's speed running. He did this in 11 hours. Arena to Skyrim, 11 hours, 0 damage. And he prepared and practiced for months before doing it. Which makes me... it's kind of sounds legit.
I don't even know that's even possible to do 0 damage. I think there's some encounters that are literally impossible not to take damage.
Yeah, well... It depends what the Skyrim... This... the speed run, what kind of buffs he has, what kind of armor he has,
what kind of bugs he utilized, that kind of thing.
If he's been prepping like a marathon runner for months leading up to it, and
it's possible.
His normal content is Dark Souls and Elden Ring, might happen.
Yeah.
He says he might do it again. He says, quote, if Elder Scrolls 6 drops in my lifetime, he says he's going to be doing it again.
Well, if he doesn't plan on living more than 2 years, or within the 2 years.
Well, I think that was a little jab,
Oh, yeah, it was tongue-in-cheek for sure.
So how about Skyrim multiplayer? Let's check this one out.
This one I'm interested in.
I thought it was a mod. That's why I originally clicked on it. It's not a mod. This is multiplayer Skyrim. It's called Kazal Online. I'm going to ask Widget to put that on the screen so you guys know how to spell it. It is a fan-made, free-to-play, public server with a maximum capacity of 750 players. And all you need is a copy of Skyrim, either Special Edition or Anniversary Edition. It requires a quick install and setup, and then that's it. The caveat, the server is about a month old, so it's not 100% done yet. But it is a work in progress.
I'll have to check out the trailer and take a look.
Yeah, there's a trailer on the article. So if you want to get more information, you're going to want to go to Kaizal Online on YouTube, or you can visit kaizal.com.
I think 750 players is overkill for the size of the world.
Yeah.
I think maybe 100 people would make it pretty freaking awesome.
Right. Well, that's maximum capacity. I don't know
Yeah.
how they're handling their traffic or anything like that. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about a server, like realistically on an online game, like say, like, okay, like Fallout 76, you can get like what? Like 24 people
On a server.
on the same server. That's a pretty good sized map.
Far bigger than
But-
Skyrim.
Yeah, but like 750?
It's going to get crowded in,
I don't know.
in places.
What does that take?
A lot.
Yeah.
My biggest concern is running in dungeons and some of the overworld content. When you have even 50 people trying to do it, you're not going to get it done.
Right. Right. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the logistics of it, but
I might check it out one of
you
these
can
days.
check out the website. For sure. Did you want to get into Protect Appalachia public test server for Fallout 76?
Oh, yeah. That's a big one, isn't it? I heard that they were doing a lot with it.
There is a lot on there. You want to take the lead on this one?
Okay, so what they have is a whole bunch of new things they're working on adding to the game, like infestations. It's a new form of in-game content meant to reward those who explore the map and challenge experienced players with high-stakes combat and provide a new unique 4-star legendary reward. They're discovered as you're exploring the map. Clearly, if you're an explorer, I'm not. That's always been my biggest thing in these games. I'm not much of an explorer, which means they won't be marked on the actual map or flagged in your Pip-Boy until you discover one. They're an organic encounter, so they're going to be random areas, random times, and you won't know until you walk into an infested area. You won't know what enemies are going to be there or what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, but that sounds pretty cool.
I love it. I love that idea.
Yeah.
And they say that it can happen, those infestations can happen in Toxic Valley, the Forest, Ash Heap, Savage Divide, Mire, Cranberry Bog regions. So that's most of the map. Like 90% of it. The enemies are going to be anything from Blood Eagles, Cultists, PRC Ghouls, Mole Miners, Scorched, Super Mutants, and Robots.
All sorts of different stuff then.
Yeah, a lot of different rewards. I'm not going to get into too much of that, but...
Wait. Hold on. Can I skip ahead a little bit?
Be my guest.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test.
Deathclaw Camp Pet?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting ready to get into. What the heck is this about? Yeah, one of
That's
the
amazing.
most dangerous and scariest creatures in a wasteland will now be able to make a home in your camp.
That's fantastic.
You'll immediately notice that it is the largest camp pet we've added to the game. No shit. Really? At first I was thinking they're going to have a little miniature Deathclaw running around. Nope.
Yeah. Right here, I want to highlight this real quick. We want to know where it does and doesn't fit. Here's the key. Asterisk. Make sure to share your feedback on this dangerously adorable creature. This is key with these public test servers, guys. This is key. Communicate with ZeniMax. Let them know what's working, what's not working. That's the whole point of the test server. Give these guys feedback so that they can make the game better.
Yep. That's very, very important. They can't fix what they don't know is broken.
Yep. Exactly.
They're adding new seasonal fish, new armor changes. They reduce the amount of condition damage taken from all player armor, reduce the condition damage dealt to armor. A whole lot of asterisks there going on.
So this is them, again, adjusting the mechanics.
Something that they've stated that they're going to be ever continuously doing as they get feedback and data. Yeah, so the rest of it's mostly just like bug fixes, and they're relooking at a different mechanics of the game and adjusting them. So balancing.
Yeah. Maybe while I'm brooding about my Starfield experience, I get back into 76.
Yeah, there you go. You got to get into Skyrim. Not Skyrim, Starfield. That one.
Skyrim. Starfield? That was Starfield.
It was an S.
How about a bullshit alert? I see a lot of... Listen, Okay. I want to I'll just say this real quick. Starfield Bethesda PlayStation launch and new expansion fail to revive declining Steam player counts.
Just that headline alone tells you all you need to know.
Yeah. Well, no shit. Steam is on PC or the Steam machine, whatever the hell that is. It was a PS5 release.
Not Steam.
And here's the thing. As I was doing the news this week, here's what I found. While there are, of course, there's going to be a few negative articles out there.
Oh, of course. It's Bethesda.
There just always is. The overwhelming majority of articles regarding Starfield and the new update, positive, very positive. Not only for the game in its current state, but the future of Starfield. This is a major turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
Major turnaround. And the crazier thing is I found another article on The Gamer that says Starfield has hit 24,000 players on Steam for the first time since 2024. So what the hell is this guy talking about?
He's just talking out of his ass trying to get clicks. You're
Listen
going to
to
get
the
those
news.
idiots who are going to be like, oh, really?
Critical thinking, man. Read more. Listen, you know what? Save yourself the trouble. Just listen to our show.
Yeah.
Every week, I go through groups on Facebook. I go through questions on Reddit. I'm like, yeah, we talked about that. We explained that. People are stupid.
Yeah, Kilo likes
Listen to our
to
show, man.
wade through the shit so you guys don't have to.
Yeah, I'm doing the God's work over here. Now, there was a trailer that was on the 7th with the update. There was a trailer release for Starfield.
Yes.
That featured Keith David.
Across the settled systems, millions of different journeys are underway. Some are quiet, some are reckless, some change the fate of entire worlds, but they all begin with the same question. What is Starfield?
Who is like another Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I was saying he has a
make
voice that
anything
rivals
sound cool.
Morgan's.
And he's done so many. I remember the first role that I recognized Keith David from is an old movie from like the early 90s called Men at Work, and it had Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez, and they were garbage men, and they like peep on their neighbors, and they saw a murder. So the whole thing revolves around that. Keith David was just amazing. And I remember Keith David, I think he grabbed Charlie Sheen. They were having lunch, and he grabbed Charlie Sheen's hand and says, "Don't ever, ever mess with the man's fries." And it was just, I don't know. It was my 11-year-old self is just the funniest shit in the world.
I was just looking at his credits, and I was trying to remember because I saw him in something not long ago. You know how you can picture it in your back of your head, but you cannot place it at all? Like
Yeah.
Where you see it, I can't think. Even looking at his credits, I cannot find it.
Yeah. Well, he's been in so much stuff. Not just action, but voiceover work. He was in Mass Effect for sure. I know. I looked at his credits too because I'm like, was he in anything for Bethesda, or is it just this?
Yeah, some of these things,
So-
even these movie titles, some of them are missing.
Yeah, I don't think it's complete. Unless I just blazed past it. I didn't see Mass Effect credited there.
Anyway,
So I don't know if that includes his voiceover work. But anyways, yeah, amazing trailer. Definitely check it out. Here's a new one for me. For me, there is a new Starfield animated anthology series, miniseries, called Ab Astris Ad Terram. And it's a new animated short. In the Settled Systems, which is apparently the Starfield animated anthology series on YouTube. How did I not know about this?
I've never heard
Did
of it
you
either.
know about this?
No. And I watch YouTube religiously.
Well, this particular series is 3 episodes, and it leads up to the beginning of the Terran Armada DLC. And it joins, there's also an episode on there for Shattered Space, apparently. That was released when Shattered Space dropped.
Oh, yeah, I do know that one. I did watch
Okay,
that one
well,
for the Shattered Space.
I don't remember even talking about it on...
Forgot all about it, though.
I don't think we talked about that on Starfield Raw, did we?
We did. Briefly.
Did we?
Mm-hmm. It was very, very briefly.
I'm getting old. My memory's slipping on me. Here's what I'm talking about right here. PS5 players highly rate Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
The average rating on the PlayStation Store for Starfield, drumroll please, 9.14 out of 10. Across 2,200 reviews. When are people going to stop buying the bullshit? Seriously.
The reviews across the board have been increasing since the new DLC. It's everyone that I've read and talked to and seen has all said that Terran Armada and Free Lanes is the best thing to happen to Starfield yet.
Yeah. Wild. Absolutely wild. Let's get in the main topic.
All right. Let's do it. That was part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, where we go heavily into Starfield's newest DLC, Free Lanes, and the Terran Armada.